Yeah, thank you.
My lord, the recording begins.
My lord, the recording has begun.
And the funny thing is, it has.
Yes.
Alright, so I guess Shark set the scene because you were the one who had the brain baby.
Yeah, I did have a bit of a brain baby. So this will occur at some point shortly after, like, all the stuff happeneth, and like a short, not too long into Henderson's hospital stay.
Okay.
It'll probably be like the next day or the next like couple of days.
Okay.
Just because space and all that.
Right.
But yeah. So visiting hours cometh, and actually when it was announced that you would be like going into the hospital, the question will have been put to you through somebody else in all likelihood, if there's anything you want brought when a visit occurs.
Well, he wants to visit Hawthorne, but probably books? Something to spend his time with instead of just the TV.
And his thoughts.
Yeah.
Any books in particular, or
He'll probably have some topic he's currently researching
cool.
for them sweet occult thoughts, but so something in relation to that.
Yeah. Fair enough. So yeah, you'd at some point you get like if you're in a room you get a knock, or if you're in like more like a general ward setting, then you see a familiar blonde-haired, like slightly tired-looking young lady heading towards you with some books.
Hey.
Hi. I hate to ask the obvious question, but fuck it, I guess I'll ask the less obvious one. How's it been so far?
I have more skin grafts scheduled.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So, I'm going light on the painkillers this time, so
Fair. They've got you on opiates, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's sensible. I mean, it'll hurt like a bitch, but the control will help you wean off. So, good plan.
It's not so much weaning off, it's just I don't want to be stupid right now. But I got a button to make me stupid if it gets too painful, and you probably know they let patients like him regulate their own pain medicine, so he's got a morphine button.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems about right. Does it work okay?
Yeah.
Good.
How's Hawthorne doing?
He's okay. As okay as can be said. he's been pushing to try and come and see you, of course. But we've been doing our best. That and like.
Where is he staying right now? Nat tells him where he's staying.
In character, Nat would know this, but I don't.
Right, so you can just say, insert where Hawthorne is staying here.
Yes.
I imagine he is not alone in Big House.
No.
No.
Well, Henderson mostly doesn't want him in a house where the prisoners are being kept, but also not alone. So.
Yeah. So. Then in that case he'd probably be in the main house, I guess.
I think that they were keeping the prisoners there for research, right? In the lab, in the infirmary.
I thought they were putting people in.
They were going into baby jail.
I think it depends on whether they still need hospital care or not.
Fair. If there were people in baby jail, would Henderson be okay with Hawthorne staying at the house and just people like staying with him to look after him?
He would make unhappy noises, but he understands there's not a ton of options.
Then it would probably be that, knowing Aisha and Yao.
Mostly he wants Levins and Julia not in the same house as him.
Oh, totally. Oh, yes.
Which I think they're both being healed in the house at this point in recovery, so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, I know Julia
Don't know
was
where
way
Julia
hurt,
is,
so.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julia is definitely in, like, guarded hospital care.
Yes.
Lemons may just be in baby jail.
Yeah, he's probably just in baby jail.
Julia's in research baby jail, I think.
Lemons is just in gay baby jail.
Yep.
Okay, so
in that case, then we'll work on the assumption that he's that like he's being looked after in Henderson's home. We're kind of taking turns. It's my turn coming up in the next couple of days. Probably gonna have a movie night or something.
Henderson closes his eyes and nods and says, bring him in to see me, as I think when all my surgeries are done.
Yeah. We will. He's been really pushing. He wants to know how you are, but it's not in my hands.
If you're careful, I think you could tell him.
Oh, we've been telling him, but like he's just been really concerned.
He's good.
He is good. He's had a good example, and that just gives like a little smile.
When I've been there, maybe. He spends a lot longer alone than I would like.
Yeah, that can't be easy for either of you. Speaking of which, I remember a while back you said that he had expressed he'd asked about someday joining Guardians.
Is he asking again?
No, but you can kind of tell he's getting antsy. Because he knows that his mom's out of the clutches of Finnegan, and he knows that his dad is hurt. And because he's a good kid who has had good parents, both being there for him, he wants to do more. He's like us. He's moral. He can't just sit. So to help with that, something I wanted to ask you about. I was thinking to curb some of that enthusiasm and to hopefully redirect it.
Redirect that run out into the night with mimics impulse?
Yeah, that whole thing. I was thinking of, if it's all right with you, teaching him some first aid and stuff, just so.
I tried to convince him to become a doctor instead of doing Cardians already. We haven't talked about it since, but
Fair.
I figure, if he does that, that's college, med school, residency. He'll be 30 by the time he has to make a decision about Cardians.
Yeah.
At that point, I don't think I have much to say anymore.
No. In fairness, you probably won't have much to say as soon as he turns 18. Knowing
He frowns at that.
I'm just saying, knowing Aisha and Yao, they'll probably have eyes on him until the day he's legal adult.
But if you could, I can talk to them about that. That's something on my end.
Absolutely.
If you could talk to him about being a doctor, I think it would be best if it's not Julia or Lemons or anyone like that you do it with, though.
Fair.
Maybe here with me.
Yeah. I mean, of course, no kid his age should have experienced the shit he has, but at the very least, this way he can have some level of control and some way of dealing with it.
I'm a little worried. It just means he's going to start running out in the middle of the night to help Dad and not to fight the monsters or run after Lemons. Sorry, 1 second. You see him reach up a little bit and press the button.
Yeah. She just waits and sees you do that. Yeah. I'll talk to him, and Theo will probably talk to him as well about that.
What are they doing with the kids we rescued?
I'd need to double check on that.
Maybe if they're not, sending them to some Cardian summer camp or something, might be worth having them talk to each other. Kids.
Not a bad idea.
With similar experiences.
Not a bad idea at all. I mean, particularly because there's Chris in the town. Like, I know he was never one of the missing, but we know that he's had contact with Omega. So if we can get a link between...
Maybe the friendship of a friendly clock monster isn't the best thing to dissuade him.
No, but what I mean is, if we get all the kids together who've had the experiences that they've had in this town, then I don't know, maybe they can...
Kid support club?
Yeah, like bond over it, process it, talk about it with people who understand. Not only people who understand, but people their own age who understand, because that'll work fucking wonders. I say that unironically and seriously because holy shit, that cannot be easy to deal with. It's not easy, barely fucking easy to deal with at 24, 23.
Henderson nods.
But yeah, I just figured I'd run that first thing by you.
I think maybe supervised first. I don't know if there's a child therapist we could call.
Have to look into it. Have to propose it. Paperwork, infrastructure, all that shit. I don't know.
If you have trouble with any of it, bring it here. I need something to put my mind on.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what the next step is as far as the rest of the stuff goes. Honestly, we're still trying to... Honestly, Base is still trying to process all the stuff that we did a couple days ago.
It was a very eventful scouting mission.
Yeah, right? Jesus. Wasn't quite expecting... You know, as much as we got hurt, and we did get hurt, in the grand scheme of things, that was a really big success for us.
Henderson
Like,
nods.
I don't even know if there are any mimics left now.
They haven't, I don't know. Hate being stuck here.
I know. But if you're stuck here, it means you're getting better for when you get out of here.
Henderson nods. Assuming, of course, I didn't pick up some horrible disease from my, 1 second.
I'd imagine they'd have cleaned it out of your system already.
Sorry, I wasn't done. There was just someone peeked
sorry.
their head in, and I didn't want to talk about.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Assuming I didn't pick up some horrible disease from, my burning flesh being pressed against the burning flesh of a cannibalistic man-deer arm.
Yeah. I would imagine, though, that anything to do with that would have by now been filtered out of your body, because immune system's good like that. Either that or like any skin that you came into contact with him. If there was bonding, it'll have been removed. That'll have been one of the first things they'll have done.
I hope so. Just, blood soil puts me on edge.
No, I get it. I do. But I don't think that's how it works. And furthermore...
Not blood soil itself, just the concept. of supernatural diseases and
Yeah.
werewolves biting you and
Yeah. Wendigos don't work that way, though.
as far as
No.
we know.
Well, not from what I can tell. Like, it's never been transmitted quite that way. But, yeah. So yeah, you probably won't have to worry about getting any sudden bitey urges, as it were. You know?
Henderson nods. He's like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's just where my mind goes. It's not
No, I get it.
serious.
I get it, I do. It's hard not to think about. Jesus. And she sits down and like places the books by you, Anderson, and she looks broody.
Can you get me spirits and souls there? And his arms are very bundled up, so he doesn't have a huge range of motion. He's like, "Can you put it on my lap?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. And she puts out the book. Are you wanting a specific page or?
I think I can do it. And he's basically got little oven mitts, but he can nudge open
Yeah.
the thing and press his finger and slide the page over.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Page slide, because he goes like a page at a time.
Yeah. So, sidestepping the whole Finnegan shit. There's something else I wanted to bring up. I know that like we originally made the plan for it to be you, me, and Jason doing it, but again, something I wanted to run by you first before I did it, but I do still want to talk to Julia.
Henderson nods. I can't.
No, I know.
I think the Cardians would. I can't imagine they will let us be the ones to decide what happens with her.
No, I can't imagine, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna throw my head into the ring anyway and speak up.
Right. I'm just saying, I don't think. We probably won't be the first point of human contact.
No.
But when you get the chance, I've already been calling and asking about it. She hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah.
When you get the chance, yes. Whoever gets the chance first.
Yeah.
I just want someone to evaluate her state.
Yeah. I
How
was
much of-
kind of hoping to do a little more than that.
What else?
There's gaps in certain things that I know about her and what she's been through and stuff that she may or may not know about me that I want to ask about.
Know about you?
Yeah. I don't know.
What could she know about you?
I don't know. It'll depend on how much contact time she had with Finnegan while they were still doing their thing. I don't imagine you'll have told her about the dreams per se, but I can't imagine you'll have stayed entirely silent about it either. I mean,
Are you? What do you want to know? If what she knows?
She saw stuff in the mines.
About you?
No. I don't know what exactly she saw, but in all likelihood, it's something to do with infinity. I just don't know what. And like it or not, next to Arthur, no one's gotten more familiar with that whole thing than me, so if anyone can understand, or at the very least approach her about it in terms that she can understand, then I'm the one who has the best shot at doing it.
Henderson's looking kind of distant, but he says, "Not. You can, just not for her first conversation."
No. I'm totally I'm not gonna lead with that.
I just want to know how much of her is left.
Yeah.
And leave it at that. Give her time to recover before we grill her.
Yeah. No, totally. Totally. So, we got her back from him. And
Maybe.
yeah, maybe, but the chance is there, and the longer the longer time passes since, the more likely she is to make something of a recovery, at least from Finnegan's influence.
That's what I want to know. There was something in her that, I don't know if she took the first bite before or after Finnegan. How much of thinking the mimics were her children, or deciding to kill people over letting them starve. I don't know how much of that was her and how much of that was him. How much it's going to stay.
Yeah. In all honesty, that's part of what I wanted to ask her too, about what she saw in the mines, because the reason that the reason I knew about the fact that if you took her away from Finnegan, then she would be able to make something of a recovery, was I found it out from Vane. That's not exactly a trustworthy source, but in those dreams that we had with those people, not one of them lied. And thinking back on my conversation with her, she never lied to me in the answers that she gave. And part of the discussion I had with her about Julia was the fact that, I don't know if I'm remembering this correctly, I could just be conflating a conversation I had with someone else about it, but I remember someone telling me that whatever she saw in the mines changed her, and it changed her outlook and certain parts of her perspective. And I feel like the answer to your worries, Henderson, about all that, is to do with what she saw.
Henderson nods.
Question is what? That's what I want to ask. For the moment, though, the fairest and most dignified thing we can do for her is treat her as both. Because, yeah, she's far from an innocent party, but at the same time, I feel like I know it sounds not half-hearted or cliche or whatever, but I feel like given the same, I feel like if any of us were dealt the same cards, we'd have done something similar. I don't know.
I'm not talking about blame. I'm just want to know what's there left to be recovered.
Well, there's the part of her that loves her kids, at the very least. There's the part of her that loves you. Those
You
are
want to roll a read emotions on that?
I think I will, because if Henderson makes a very particular expression, then yes. Does he make?
I need to roll to see how good he is at hiding his.
Oh,
How much morphine does he have right now?
I'm going to give him a -2 to his composure subterfuge.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, spicy.
Oh.
Peak.
So he sort of emotionally flinches at that. Like it's not clear exactly what from.
Yeah. I mean, think about it this way. There was that time when we recovered their stones, yeah? She was
Nods.
and you met her out in the woods. When you had gone off, and I caught up with you, but I just missed her, and you had just had a conversation with her. While, yeah, you could make the argument that, she was, I don't know, less far along or whatever, there was still a part of her that wanted to talk to you, that wanted to parlay with you, that valued your opinion about what she was doing, and that she wanted to communicate with you and make it clear that the bridge had not been burned between you two.
Henderson nods, but he's very. You don't know how much is the morphine and how much is his emotions right now, but it's very much the 1,000-yard stare nod.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm sorry if this is affecting you, but I feel like I just feel like it's something you need to hear. There is still a part of her that cares for you. It always seems that way. It always has seemed that way.
Yeah, she's always, sorry, I'm not.
It's okay. Here I am dropping emotional bombs on you, and you're recovering from the nonsense.
I'm half stupid,
Yeah.
he says, kind of jiggling the controller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for coming, though, and asking
Of
for
course.
permission.
Of course. It's the least I can do. That and it's your family, so it's your business. I don't want to make any moves without running it by you and getting your say-so. I don't want to violate the Henderson family bubble, as it were.
Henderson sort of shakes his head and says, I don't mind so much if you do it. It's more the ones who are just seeing this in the reports and who I don't know
Yeah.
and are gonna treat her like a monster, or who are monsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he do the cough?
No, he does not. That was me out of character.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I get you. The ones for who Julia Henderson is both a name on a file and a slight blip on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, I got it.
And not directly, but if you could try to figure out where I stand with her. How,
I will.
If you think I might be vital for her recovery, I want to know.
Fair. At the very least, if worst comes to worst, if there isn't a part that you play, there'll definitely be a part that Hawthorne will play into that.
If it's something I can't bear to handle, I'm not going to put that on Hawthorne.
No. I don't mean like Hawthorne going to her and talking to her to like try and improve her. I mean more the thought of him or the thought of you or something.
I've changed a lot since I came here. She's
all have.
changed a lot. I don't know if there's anything left of what we used to be after all this.
Well, we all change. Like it or not. All we can do is just try to be the best person we can be. So long as we stay true to that, then whatever changes, whatever we leave behind or gain, it can't be something that's necessarily bad. Just as long as we're trying is all. So yeah, we've all changed a lot. Some parts of us for better, some parts of us for worse, but we're keeping on. We're moving forward. And that's what counts.
Yeah, I don't intend to stop.
No.
We're moving forward.
No. Nor do I.
It's too important.
Yeah. People's lives depend on us. Jesus. You know, the time I spent studying to work in a place like this, and she motions around part of it was coming to terms with the fact that lives depend on your actions. I guess I just didn't see that training or the training of that mindset coming in to play quite the way it has.
I don't think any of us got the life we deserved. But maybe it's better this way for, the world or whatever.
Henderson, roll an empathy yourself.
What's my empathy? It's 5, 6. I'll give him a -1 on this one.
That's fine.
Oops. The first one. Well, you're all peachy.
Yep. I'm just fine at that comment. Yep. Mhm. Keeping a lid on it. It's all right.
Natalie's not having any feelings over here.
No, not at all. Not at all. Any feelings about getting the life we deserve? And no, not at all. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Listen, as well, I wanted to thank you for everything you did and what you said in the shack.
I was just angry and trying to throw barbs, I don't think.
Oh, you threw the mother load of barbs. Like, you, with what you said, you single-handedly convinced him, I believe. The stuff I was saying was like trying to hint at that, but I guess I just wasn't explicit enough. But you threw the mother load.
Guess I should have been a heart.
Yeah, I could see that. Like in another time, maybe you coming here, ending up alongside Lemon studying under Cheney.
Makes the face at that. Not trying to hide it. Very obvious.
No, totally, yeah. And she just sees your expression, and she's like, yeah, it would have gone so well. Well, for everyone involved. But
I'm technically unsupervised, aren't I? There's no official Ace of Spades replacement.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that and like your more direct superior is currently in baby jail, so I guess for the moment you're your own boss, sort of, unless you want to kind of count Aisha. I don't know.
I'm not technically my.
I know.
It's just. I guess I was thinking about our previous ace of spades.
Yeah. Shit. You know, as much as, like, I gained a lot of stuff from talking to Vane, part of me wishes I had been able to talk to Aubrey, too. There would be a lot I'd want to say to her. A lot.
I can't imagine my discussion with her would be very productive.
No. I also would imagine that she would already know a lot of what you would say and that she would also agree with it.
Just because you acknowledge what you did was horrible doesn't change the fact that you did it.
Yeah.
And the part about what I was saying before, the thing that pisses me off the most is that they're right and that probably we saved a lot of people. That it's not right to put our 5 lives ahead of all of theirs.
No. But at the same token, it's not like our lives weren't affected adversely. It's not like we
Doesn't
ourselves
make
aren't
them
victims.
not monsters.
No, totally. Mind you, remembering some stuff that Arthur told me about how he kept a lid on Infinity. I have some words for Aisha and Yao.
Is it something I need to know?
It's not something you need to know, but is it something you want to know is the question.
Is it something where I might pick up a breadcrumb later and figure something out?
Maybe.
Then I think I should know.
It's kind of like a side topic though, so okay, so
Maybe let's wait until I'm back at base officially.
fair enough.
Unless a crisis comes up and you call me and I'll...
Yeah. It's not essential like that. It's nothing that will cause a crisis. Who'd have thought? I don't think in like bringing us here or making sure that we got here safely that Aubrey would have seen any of this. Particularly the shit that happened in the aftermath.
I don't know if Aubrey was vastly more intelligent and had much more of a plan than we could have ever guessed, or if she was the stupidest person I've ever met. Or both.
I think she was intelligent, but that didn't make her wise. And also, that intelligence didn't stop her from being selfish. can I talk to you about something? You don't even have to talk back about it.
I've got nothing else to do.
That's fair. It's something I've not even felt comfortable talking with Danny about, and it's been eating at me since the shack.
Yes.
When he told us about the lab, he looked right at me. Right, making sure it was me that his attention was on when he said to kill her. Given what the two of us got lumped with in the aftermath of, like, Aubrey's possession by Vane, that link in dreams and memories and shit, we both got to know each other on levels that I don't think that, like, I know for a fact that neither of us were comfortable with. And that, like, I don't want to say bonded, but we interacted in ways and on levels that meant that we got to know each other on a weirdly deep level. And now that he's dead, and now that that we put a stop to him, but that I put the bullet in his head after he singled me out to kill Infinity, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how to feel about it.
About the connection?
Yeah. It's not about the whole metaphysical supernatural bond, but just like the relationship that we had is the best way I can describe it. I don't know how to feel about it.
Like whether it was worth it for what you learned, or how it changed you, or if it changed you?
Partly that. Partly also the fact that, like, because we got to know each other the way we did, as much as there was, like, very much antagonism and, like, I am against you, you're against me, our friends are against each other, I represent a group who are trying to stop your efforts. There was like a weird kind of respect between us, looking back on it. And considering the extent of not only his plans, but his feelings towards me, and the whole thing, I feel so uneasy knowing that I had a bond like that with someone as awful as that. Don't get me wrong, I was fully aware of how awful he was at the time. But to have that, like, I don't know.
I read his journals probably 1,000 times back when we first found them.
Yeah.
Finnegan was an arrogant, narcissistic asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And probably abusive. I mean,
Yeah.
based on what we know of how his family went. And I think those people leave marks on everyone they run through. And it's not anyone's, not the people they run through, fault.
No.
And if you asked me why he looked at you, it's because he thought whatever connection he made with you was going to be like he got to be Infinity when you did. He would take credit for it because of course he would.
Yeah.
And he's fucking an asshole and wrong about that.
You're right, he is.
So don't listen to that voice in your head that says he made you who you are or whatever. Or fuck him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I guess I just feel weird about fulfilling not by intention, but like nonetheless moving to fulfill the last request of a monster.
We fulfilled Aubrey's last request, didn't we? For the good of all.
We did.
Don't give him more power than he's worth.
No. No. Especially now that he's dead.
And yeah,
Especially now I killed him.
you're probably one of the more milder examples of someone being connected to someone who's awful in this place.
Yeah. I know.
You probably rank below Theo at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, totally. God. I can't even imagine what it's been like for him. Like, he lived a lifetime. He lived out his entire human clock. And he got to come back. And he lived it away from us. And for us, it's been barely any time at all. It's been like, what, a couple of weeks, if that he's been gone. Like, we said goodbye to him for good. And now he's back and he's 60 years older. But he looks exactly the same because changeling. And it's gotta be so fucking weird for him.
I can't imagine it's the weirdest thing he's seen in his lifetime.
Nope. No, I can't imagine it is. Considering the fact that they got married. And they did what married couples do.
I mean, Henderson was the one delivering it up last time, so.
Like,
Henderson nods and says, "That's, yes, information."
yep. I would imagine that will have been one of the weirder things he'll have seen.
Henderson frowns. He said, "Did I bring that up last time
I don't
When
know. I
the
forget.
deal
I'm
was
sorry.
introduced?"
You might have done. I'm sorry. I've forgotten a lot of that conversation. A lot's happened since.
That's why less morphine this time.
Yeah, fair. All I remember is just Theo doing his doing his thing and being his lively self about it, with his hands on his hips, like, "Oh, what do you think we did?" That's all I really remember.
A little bit of a face at that. He's like, I wonder if he'll go back after we're done with Carlsville.
I don't know. He might come back and forth between. Whatever happens, though, it seems to be up to him.
He's got a lot more choice than the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Is he technically even a Cardian now? Because, like, they can't really stop him if he were to go back.
I'm sure the Cardians can kill a changeling if they want to.
I know, but, like, I mean, if he just hunkered down in Bo's realm, I guess. I don't know.
Henderson kind of shrugs. He can't really shrug.
Yeah.
He's a mummy. And he says, I think it would depend how it played out.
Yeah.
I imagine he'd say goodbye to us, and that would give them a warning if they wanted to ask him not so politely to stay.
Mm.
Once you're in Cardians, it's a lifetime thing. Look at until they did.
But he technically lived a lifetime, right? So doesn't that kind of release him from it?
I don't think. I think they stick to whatever technicalities work best for them.
Yeah, you're probably right. They're good at that.
Was I the only person who read the contract we signed?
You got a contract?
Yeah, everyone got handed. I'm pretty sure in our tutorials, everyone got handed a sort of contract thing eventually of a join us. No, I thought I remembered that.
Oh, Natalie didn't.
I think it was like, oh hey, you're part of Guardians now. Okay.
Okay, cool.
We specifically did not get a contract.
Oh, right, because they were angry we didn't get a contract, right?
Because
Yeah.
when we talked with Aisha and we were like, they just kind of picked us up and said, you're ours now. She's like, that's not kosher.
Yeah, because Guardian members are supposed to have a choice.
Yeah.
It may be a forced choice, but it's still a choice.
Yeah.
We basically got, when we met all of the aces together on our, before the first mission, they're like, so here's the deal. This is what you're in for now, and good luck.
Have fun.
Yeah. I could have sworn. I felt like I remembered Carly giving Henderson something that he read.
She probably just
feel
gave him like the rules of the
Yeah.
everything.
Well, Was Henderson? I feel like Henderson was not surprised that corporal punishment was a thing. Back
Maybe
when Hellings was
Henderson is the only one who read the contract.
he blew off the rule book in the library and.
Yeah. I feel like though, like once Aisha came into the mix and like we found out the larger stuff, we will have because like Henderson's whole thing was like now that like we have the option to leave, but I'm not going to go anywhere because I can't just move on from this. There's good I can do here.
Yep. Henderson feels morally obligated.
Yep. Gotta love being a good person.
Gotta love it.
Lemon's in the background. What's that like?
I was about to say.
Lemons is like, I'm staying because if I don't, they'll shoot me.
Woo. They might also shoot my boyfriend.
Right.
I never got a contract though. I just woke up in bed in the house after like I passed the fuck out again after I first woke up again in the cornfield.
Carly discussed some of this stuff with me.
Fair. Honestly though, like I didn't even question the contract because like I know I wasn't one of the people who were intentionally brought, but Guardians saved my life, so back then I just kind of saw it as paying off a debt. But since then, now that Bo's gone, I'm in the same boat as you. I can't. There's people to help. There's people to save. There's threats to deal with. I can't just
forget that they exist.
No. We do it because we are compelled. Gotta love moral responsibility, am I right?
Henderson nods.
Yeah. So, is there anything you wanted me to take back to base?
No. Probably by next week I'll be able to write and take notes. So.
Try to get you a notepad.
There's a bunch in my house.
Cool. Get one of those then. Pass it on to whoever comes see you next. Whether it's me or someone else, I don't know.
Henderson nods. He's like, I'd like Hawthorne to visit when he can.
We'll see. I certainly hope so.
Thanks for visiting. Thanks for asking permission.
Anytime. Hell, you do the same for me. I'm glad she gives you a nod and rises to leave.
Oh, can you do? There is something you can take back for me.
Sure. What's up?
Can you take back a message to Cheney?
Yeah.
Tell her I'm sorry for telling Lemons what I told him. If she doesn't know what I mean, tell her to answer my fucking calls.
I'll let her know.
Anderson nods. Thanks.
Get better soon, okay? The house isn't the same without you there.
Well, it wasn't there that often anymore once I got the house.
Oh. Team isn't the same without you either. We miss you.
Thanks.
She gives like a little one finger salute and heads out.
Anderson two presses a button as she leaves. If he's done talking to people, he can be stupid.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's our beat.
Woo!
You did.
Woo!
Good talks.
Delicious. Yum 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum,
Yum
yum.
yum 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 yum.
Yeah, it's not her personal business, so hands off.